Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. And if you're feeling generous and want to leave me a tip for my extra hard work and my editing skills, I'll leave the Cash App link down below. Okay, on today's episode, I cover Catch Me If You Can, valuable skill sets. See, although Catch Me If You Can is almost 2 decades old, it's still a quality film, and the movie's main character, Frank Abagnale Jr., remains one of the century's most charismatic and intriguing on-screen and real-life characters. See, Abagnale is a con man and a check forger, who is also considered one of history's top imposters. Before he turned 21, Abagnale had successfully masqueraded as an airline pilot, doctor, even becoming chief resident at a hospital in Georgia, stockbroker and a lawyer, and even escaped from prison twice. Make no mistake, underneath his seemingly limitless charisma, confidence, and intelligence, Abagnale is a con man at his core, despite his stealth behavior. However, the character perfectly portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio can teach us quite a bit about skills that are valuable in both social and business settings. Today, machines, computer technology, and the internet are drastically changing the job market, and the ability to communicate is almost more important than the job-based skill sets. DiCaprio's Abagnale teaches us that most valuable workplace skills are communication-based soft skills, such as the ability to read people, confidence, dressing the part, and adaptability. You can learn the rest as you go. Skill set number 1. Confidence is a key life skill. Job interviews are notoriously nerve-wracking, but most of us understand that we need at least to appear confident when talking to the potential employer. Confidence is the cousin to success. Fortunately, it's also a skill you can learn. Although confidence seems to come naturally to DiCaprio's Abagnale, in the film, Abagnale's confidence only seems to falter twice, and in each scene is entertaining and hilarious. Once, when he was working in the hospital emergency room and sees a seriously wounded patient, the blood drains from his face and he fights the urge to vomit while also giving to the ER personnel. His other instance of lost confidence happens during a dinner exchange with his girlfriend Brenda's father, a prominent attorney in New Orleans. Abagnale claims to be an attorney himself and tells Brenda's family that he passed the bar in California after attending law school in Berkeley. In an unfortunate coincidence, it's revealed that Berkeley is the alma mater of Brenda's father. In the painfully awkward scene, you can almost see Abagnale's confidence falter, but he doesn't miss a beat, answering questions and effectively keeping the con alive. Later in 1967, Abagnale actually passes the Louisiana bar exam, even though he forged his law degree. Thus, until his con was discovered, 19-year-old Abagnale was considered a practicing attorney. Since he had both passed the bar and had a fake law degree, legally, however, you can't actually practice law in most states, including Louisiana, without going to law school, no matter how confident you are. Skill set number 2. It's difficult to fake intelligence. Along with confidence, Abagnale also boasts a copious amount of brain power. What's more, his own on-screen persona seems to have both high intelligence and street smarts. For what it's worth, the real-life Abagnale does not consider himself a genius. Although he's heard word throughout his life, in a March 2019 interview, Abagnale told a reporter that he sees himself as an opportunist rather than a genius. See, Abagnale's personal opinion notwithstanding, it's hard to deny that his intelligence was an integral component of his career as a successful con artist. In fact, part of his secret to success was his emotional intelligence. Now, according to the Western Governors University, emotional intelligence is defined as the ability to be aware of, control, and express emotion. It's remarkable that Abagnale was able to successfully control his emotions at such a young age. Perhaps partially due to his intelligence, but Abagnale also had an incredible talent for reading people. He could figure out what they wanted or needed to hear, and he used that information to his advantage. Abagnale also continued learning and honing his skills in order to become even more successful. Unfortunately, his selfish and illegal misdeeds eventually caught up with him. In the film version of his story, Agent Carl Hanratty, played by Tom Hanks, tracks Abagnale to a small town in France, where he was subsequently arrested and flown back to America. Following Abagnale's conviction, Hanratty visits him and asks for his help with a case involving fraudulent checks, in a scene that deeply entrenched in reality. The real-life Abagnale was indeed approached by the U.S. government in 1974 and took on an unpaid advisor role for a time. He eventually became a security consultant, permanently leaving behind his criminal ways to make an honest living in the U.S. workforce. Skill set number 3: adaptability, dedication, and other important soft skills. The employment landscape has changed dramatically since the 1960s, when Abagnale was conning his way across the world. Yet in many ways, his story is a timeless tale of perseverance and how to use adaptability to your advantage. Catch me if you can. Valuable skill sets.